Hello and welcome back to a very wet Attingham Park. We are in the third part of June. Cows have been fed, sheep have been fed, milk has been sold. Look at the money. So £121,000. So we're doing alright. We need to set the biogas plant to sell the methane, is it? No, electric charge. Because we have been shipping slurry there like nobody's business. Decided to sell some potatoes as we've got loads. And at the minute we're not using them in the mix. So that's all good. So another £4,300 for those. So yeah, we're in a good place. Been trying to do the odd jobs off screen, I guess, as we're going to be getting busy in the next month. We're going to have to do a cut of grass for hay, and also we're going to be harvesting. Oh, sorry about the plant pots. So we'll get these strawberries sold. We will set the biogas to selling. And yeah, we can then move into July. So last couple of 100 litres. There we go. Nice £1,700 added into the bank. So jobs are good in there. Now I think it's probably going to be the canola we'll be harvesting first, so we'll get back to the yard, we'll put this trailer somewhere out of the way, and we'll jump into the biogas production menu, and yeah, get ourselves even more cash in the bank. So in the biogas plant production page, and we can change that output to selling. You'll see just how much slurry we've been shipping. It's yeah, it really does mount up quite quickly. So that will tick over in the next hour. So that's fine. Everything else is okay. How are we for seeds and stuff for the potatoes? Loads. Okay. Can't believe how little that uses. That's all good. Right. I will see you in July. So just before 8 o'clock in the morning. First part of July, and we are going to upgrade, I think is probably the word, our hopper on the combine. So we want that one. So that is going to give us 12,500 litres. It's a lot of money. Or 11.5 for 42. It does seem a ridiculous amount of money. We are okay for money. The milk production is good. We're just going to go for it. And while we're here, we're going to stick some wide tyres on it. Customise that. Ouch, that hurt. Don't know why I hit escape then. There we go. Right. We've already got the header down at the field. We're starting with the canola. Let's get some beacons on. The oats are ready, so we can get to them next time. But for now, let's go and make a start on our canola. Oh, we're underway with the canola harvest, and I've just noticed that there is rain in the forecast. So when is that due? 1 o'clock. So okay, we should be all right with that, I reckon. Haven't bought the McCormick and the trailer down yet. We'll set that on auto drive when we need it. But yeah, it's nice to be getting in and harvesting our fields. I don't know how many other contracts or harvest contracts we will take. We'll see how it goes for time, I suppose. But yeah, we're nearly 2,000 litres already. They're not too shabby. I think the only thing we didn't do on this field is roll it, because we didn't have a roller at the time. So let's get GPS set while we're on a reasonably straight heading. There we go. Cool. Just knock that on now. Hopefully we'll catch all of this side. So as per, we'll probably do 2 headlands and square off the field a bit. And yeah, then we'll be back and we'll have a chat. Well, we didn't quite make it round the second headland, but not complaining. We have got the McCormick with the cane trailer on auto drive now. So fingers crossed, should run smoothly and get us unloaded as and when we need to. Now, apologies if the last clip seemed to end up quite abruptly. I thought I'd heard the door go, but must have been hearing things. So yeah, apologies for that if it seemed abrupt. Right. There we go. Auger in. Power up the combine. And we'll get this finished off. Now, I'm not sure how much we're going to get off of the field in total. It's yeah, it's more of a cash crop, isn't it, canola, than a high yielding one. So I guess we have to bear that in mind. I think what we'll do is, tell you what, let's just put on the lines for a second, and there we go, that'll do. Let's just back up and get nice and straight, and let's open up the field. There we go. We'll pop cruise control on so we don't have any pedals clunking. So yeah, it's not going to take us long, this field. None of our fields are overly big. I did check on the new field, which is number 35, isn't it? Yeah, 35. The corn is growing nicely. No weeds as yet. Hoping there isn't going to be. But yeah, quite looking forward to doing the maize silage harvest, I guess you'd call it still. But yeah. So I think we'll open up the field a bit. We'll do a little bit more, and we'll come back and check on the progress very shortly. Well, we've just knocked over 80%, so we'll call the worker in the McCormick now. See how quickly, oh, there you go. I was going to say how quickly they respond. But they are paying attention, and I've clearly saw the auger come out and the beacons go on. So we'll see how well they position themselves and how quickly, being the important part. So we'll just probably wait around here. So I tend to find if you go too close to the headland, then they start to back up, and then we run into all sorts of issues. So it looks like we might be alright, as long as they don't come barrelling and barrelling down and overshoot, which wouldn't be the best of things. Come on. Don't stop there either. There we go. Hopefully not too many issues at all. Come on. There we go. Lovely. Not too shabby at all. Hopefully we haven't jinxed it for the rest of the field. Now, we filled up quicker than I thought we were going to, actually. I think it's a bit deceiving with the larger grain tank. But yeah, all good. I reckon probably we might get full once more. So what's that, 33,500 litres-ish off this field. I did look, and we haven't got any canola in stock at all, so whatever we end up with in the silo is going to be the total that we've got off this field. So we haven't got to do any maths to work out what we're left over with, which is good, because live maths is never fun for all of us involved. So we'll get spun round, lowered down, and we'll catch that bit first, and then we'll stick the GPS on. So like I say, it's not taking us overly long, so we might be able to get into the field and see if it needs lime. We could actually come over it with a load of manure and possibly then get it cultivated, but we'll see how we do for time. Don't want to cram too much in. I've got a feeling that this is going to be a slightly shorter episode than normal. Saying that, we will see at the final edit actually if I've kept to my word there or not. But yeah, so we got what, half the field done. Let's crack on and see how much canola we actually get. So with 3, maybe 4 passes left of the field, thought we'd just sit and have a bit of a chat. So one thing I did mean to say is when we came, when we started again into the, I'll start that again, shall I? What I did want to say was I had to buy some more maize silage bales. That was it. Just couldn't get the words out. So we bought another 16, I think. Hopefully that will last. Not 100% sure it will, but if we need to buy a couple more, then we can. The other thing is the channel. We're up over 550 something now subscribers, so thank you all. Just yeah, can't believe it, really. I know we're small, but it's just a consistent, steady growth, and I really like that. So yeah, thank you all for sticking with me, and I do hope that you're enjoying what we're doing. Well, you must be, I guess, otherwise you wouldn't stick around. So, well, that's my assumption anyway. So yeah, very pleased with how it's going, and looking forward to where we're heading as a community. Sounds a bit cliche, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. It's cool, and yeah, I like it. Can't grumble at all. So we are what, 81 and a bit, 81% full. So I wonder, we'll probably fit all this in, to be fair. Two relatively short runs, probably 1.5 short runs. So we should fit it all in, and then we'll get our grand total. Though it was 1.5 passes, a little bit that we didn't quite get 100% of a header on, but not to worry. So it is all going to fit. There we go. Power off the harvester. Now let's be fair to the auto drive worker. We'll head down past them a little bit and then pop the auger out, get them topped up. They can then go and top that in the silo, and we'll probably head back to the yard with the combine and yeah, get unloaded into the silo from there. Well, we're back at the yard, and everything fitted into the trailer, so that's been brought back and tipped by the worker. So we ended up with 35,403 litres, which I don't think is too shabby off of that field. So now what we can do is, let's just have a quick look. We've got our oats to harvest, but I think we'll do that next time. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 grass fields which are potentially ready to harvest as well. Not sure if they're actually at the full full stage yet. That's actually another thing that I'm sure was a thing in 19, where you got different shades of orange. Now, I'm not sure if it was just a seasons thing, but yeah, it was the sort of different stages of the harvest, if that makes sense. Harvest ready. I know what I mean anyway. Hopefully you do. So next time we'll do the oats, and we may get into some mowing. But I think what we'll do now is we'll get a layer of manure put down onto field 39. Now, do we own a cultivator? I honestly couldn't tell you if we do. It doesn't look like we do, but we do own a mulcher. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to get it mulched first, and then we'll put the manure down, and then we'll cultivate all that in. Give ourselves a nice seed bed. So before we do anything else, be it manure spreading or mulching and cultivating, the field requires lime. So we may as well do it now, because at least then we get rid of that limed texture. So yeah, I did a quick look, because I know that it's been a while since we've done this field actually, so I'm not sure exactly how many times or how many harvests it is between the needs liming state, but lime is only £350 per bag, so worthwhile doing. And yeah, it's just being incredibly thorough and working the field as best we can. So we've got the Merlot and the Haley trailer, is it? Yeah, loaded up with lime, and we're all filled back up. I had kind of forgotten how much lime you use, and yeah, obviously not using precision farming on this save, so yeah, it's just the base game rates. It doesn't have a pH value as such. So yeah, we're gonna cover the field in it, probably then come through with the mulcher, get the canola stalks broken down, and then we'll see if we need to cultivate it. Actually, we might not need to if we're mulching. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. But for now, I'm just gonna keep chucking down the lime on this field. Well, we've partially filled up again. Didn't have quite enough to finish the field. You'll see as well, we've got the Fendt with our mulcher. I think it's the first outing for that bit of kit, so that's on course plate. But yeah, let's work a little bit smarter, not harder, and get a worker to do what it's got to be. It's a bit of a thankless task, isn't it? And it's a minimal reward, yield wise, 1-2% maybe, if that. But it's part of the process. Like we said last time, there's a process to follow, like the liming, like the occasional having to plough. Yeah, so not complaining. And like I say, we haven't even got to do it, so can't grumble too much. So that's going to do, I think I said, 3 headlands, and then it'll start the up and down rows, by which time we will definitely have finished the liming, and we can go and probably grab the McCormick, I reckon, and get the manure spreader attached. I think it's already full, and then we can start putting down a layer of fertiliser. So last bit of the liming, and we are all done. So I am going to go and grab a sandwich. Actually going to, like, in real life, go and get some lunch. Going to leave the mulching going, and when we return, we will be hopefully, or they will be hopefully, far enough advanced for us to start chucking some manure about. Well, that was a rather nice ham sandwich. This is a very random episode today, I have to say, the things we're talking about. Right, so, oh, ignore that. Nobody saw anything. So, how are we doing? Alright. Blimey, cracking on. How long does Simple Inspector say it's got left? 10 minutes. Excellent. So, we can now unfold your spreader and get it turned on. There we go. And we're spreading muck at that. Now we may need to stop and let the work finish, but at least we can get probably a couple of up and down rows done. And yeah, it saves using 2 lots of solid fertiliser. I have to think what I was trying to say then. I do like this working width on this spreader. It is perfect for the size of fields that we've got. It's leaving a nice texture, actually. Looks pretty good. So, yeah, quite pleased with this. Not sure what we should put in here next. I'll have to have a think about that one. We may see how we get on with the corn. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I think we're going to get a fair few bales from chopping and wrapping. But yeah, there's no rush to decide what we're going to plant next. So we will... Oh, excuse me. We will get this load emptied, and we'll see then about how far on the Fent is. I don't think it's going to be long. 8 minutes. Probably long enough for us to empty this, go back, refill, and hopefully the Fent will be done. Second load of manure, and Fent's only got probably 1 and a little bit passes left. So should be timed quite nicely for us getting to that side of the field. But yeah, I really didn't plan to do this today, but quite like spreading the harvest out a bit. So if we can get this sort of job done in between fields and harvesting, then that is all good. What we at, 60%. That should be okay. I don't think we'll get the whole field done, but we will see. There we go. Turn it back on again. And that's probably more luck than judgment there. Did set a GPS course running pretty much straight down the middle of the field. And we might just catch everything. Might be a little bit here where we're off, but we can... There you go. No sooner has he said that we might just catch it all, that we start to miss a bit. But we'll come back and get that. And did I just see... Worker has finished. Lovely. So I think what we'll do is we'll just finish this bit, go and grab that little strip that was missed. We'll start sending stuff back to the yard, because their work in this field is all done. So with the Fent back at the yard, we've refilled again, and we should definitely have enough to complete the field with this load. I have a little bit of a weird strip to deal with, but no biggie at all. It's been quite enjoyable, actually. Just not pottering, but getting the harvest done, getting the finding out how much crop we got, hard work paying off, and then turning the field around, or starting to turn it around, ready for whatever crop we put in here next. It's been, yeah, an unexpected episode, really. I was expecting to do a bit more harvesting, probably. But, yeah, quite enjoyed just getting this done. We've got so much manure. I think there's about, still, even been done 3 odd loads, there's 50-something thousand litres left. And I'm missing a bit. Oh. But, yeah, I think I quite like this way of doing it. It's, I guess this is the time to put something like manure on, because it'll have time to break down into the soil and, yeah, put that nitrogen back into the ground. So we'll get this bit here, and then that little bit there. And let's have a quick look at the map. So we've mulched, yeah. Turn the fertiliser off. See, we've done the liming. That's all good. Nicely done. Should have limed field 35, really, but never mind. So that's that field done, prepped, ready for seeding. With the manure spreader all refilled for the next field, we can now probably hook back up to the trailer, because we'll then be ready for harvesting the oats. Now, I'm not expecting a great deal off that field. It is probably one of the smaller fields on the map, but still, it's all crop in the silo and potentially money in the bank. So I think that's where we're going to leave it. Next time, like I say, we'll be harvesting our oats and getting that field prepped for the next crop. But yeah, until then, thank you very, very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.